hooked on a feeling. I'm high on believing that you're in love with me.
Hello everybody and welcome to another patch for Marvel Heroes 2015. This one is 1.43 and has some massive changes to this game. First and foremost, we have the release of the Axis Raid. This is the one with red Onslaught, and it is technically in a public beta testing form right now, but still, it's available on the live server. You can see right now I'm in Genosha right now, and as our cool event, we've got Operation Omega, so we've got the complete 5 of the Shield Holosim, and you get a reward. But we also have the Easter egg scavenger hunt, and in this case, it's in the context of a game Easter egg, so it's pretty cool. And obviously, a bit of a pun here. So in order to do the Easter egg, then you go to account missions here in the mission log. And at the very bottom, you'll see Easter egg hunt, and it says all of the mission objectives that you have to do. There's actually a forum post that says what everything is, so you can go and look it up there. As I said, we've got the Axis Raid, and as part of that, we also have influence now. So the way that influence works is very similar to the way that reputation works in a lot of games, but the developers decided to go with influence simply because it's more likely that heroes in Marvel Heroes would already have a great deal of reputation throughout the world. So basically the way this works is we have both a daily and a weekly mission, and you go and get them by visiting these two guys right over here. So you can see here we've got the lieutenant, and you can see they just give the mission right there. And now I've got the mission, and in that case that's the daily mission, and then for the weekly mission we talk to the captain here. And we can just take a look at what all we need to do. So then all we just need to do is defeat Hydra for the daily mission, and then for the weekly mission we need to just head over there and see what happens. I know a lot of people have been having trouble with the weekly mission, but we'll try to figure it out here. So afterwards, as you gain influence, then things will change with the quartermaster. This is the quartermaster right here, and currently he is neutral. It actually goes up. You get a weekly limit of a total of 200, and they're reset on Wednesdays, and they're basically milestones for what you're able to purchase at different times. With at the highest levels, you can actually get level 80 or item grade 80 legendary items, so some pretty incredible stuff on the way. And with that, I'm actually going to go ahead and hop into Cosmic Midtown Manhattan so I can try to see if I can get some of the other cool stuff that was released. As I mentioned, this is a really big patch. It's definitely one of the, if not the biggest patch that we've had in even the last few months, but it's really ridiculous. There's a couple of things that are in basically the public beta, chief amongst which is the Axis Raid, but we also have an implementation of the Starktech. Originally, that was going to be what is now the cybernetics for the pets, where you have the different bonuses, but instead, now it's taken the iteration of modifications to artifacts. So any artifact that has an item grade above 50 will have an automatic placement for a Starktech power cube, and it's essentially a jeweling function if you played Diablo at all. But the jewels will drop randomly. They are affected by Sif, and they are tradable. And what they do is they actually affect individual powers. After something is slotted, then it'll increase the ability of a specific hero. So naturally, there's a whole lot of different ones. Unfortunately, I haven't gotten any, so I'm not able to show you what they look like. And there should be a thing on here with the crafter that actually lets you add on a what's it called, the jeweling slot. And I don't see, there we go, add Starktech power cube socket right here. So you can actually use this to put it onto a lower level artifact. For example, I could use it for the regular Latverian regalia, since it's only an item grade 30, and normally you would need a minimum of a 50. So that's one of the other new things, and obviously another thing that many people will be most likely grinding for, trying to find. But one other thing to note with the influence is that you don't actually spend influence. Once you reach that level, then you're able to stay there and shop and get all of the shiny stuff that they have available. So they've got some really cool rewards. Start off with med kits, and then you can upgrade medallions, upgrade insignia, reliquary of rarity, upgrade a medallion to 69 as opposed to just to 63. You get the legendary items, the level 80 legendary items, the unique items from the Axis raid, which is absolutely amazing, pets, all sorts of crazy stuff, pretty amazing things. One other very important thing is that the raid currencies have actually been consolidated, whereas before we had Eyes and Hearts of Demon Fire. The problem is those were thematically very important for the raid itself. I thought those were my own guys, that's why I wasn't bothering. But the thematics for the Muspelheim raid really made the Eyes and Hearts of Demon Fire make a lot more of a difference. But now, since we've got more and more raids coming up, instead everything is consolidated into these right here. The Protector's Commendation and the Hero's Commendation. So the Hero's Commendation used to be the Eyes of Demon Fire, and the Protectors used to be the Hearts of Demon Fire. There's also a new level as well. I don't think it's on here. It might be just because I don't have any, but effectively you only get them with the newest version of a red raid whenever that's released. Right now we don't have the red raid available for Axis though, so we can't do that. Unfortunately, I didn't get any of the Starktech cubes, but I'm sure that I will eventually. They're apparently relatively common. You can only get them in the cosmic areas, though. So be they cosmic patrol zones or in cosmic terminals, whatever it happens to be. That's where you want to hunt for those. But they're pretty cool. It's really easy as well. You just have to drag and drop. There isn't a recipe that you need to use in order to put them in, so no worries there. And other than that, there were a ton of bug fixes and updates to different characters, particularly in the context of She-Hulk being released and Invisible Woman getting her massive number of changes there. But lots and lots of different bug fixes. One thing in particular to note is that X-Defense is no longer a shared daily quest. So that's one way to sort of mitigate the idea of people just going to Wave 16 and then leaving. But the developers are working on more in addition. And then, of course, as always, there's the big giant list of everything that's still to come. But this is a very exciting patch. Lots of really cool stuff going on. I hope that you enjoy it. Go out, have some fun, play around with it. Me, myself, I'm going to get back to it and just start out some grinding. So thanks very much for watching, and I will see you next time.
It's as sweet as candy. Its taste is on my mind. Girl, you got me thirsty.